Well, the races are over here at Mohawk. On my way back home, Dad and I came down to watch the races today. Guess we could have just watched the replays from last week, I suppose. we could have just done that. You know, no free lunches. Racing, unbelievable. That horse, best race of his life was probably tonight, truthfully. Shoved 3 deep in the last turn, 3 wide the whole way down the lane. And Dad and I actually get up to go get our picture taken. You know, lunch can hang a bit, but there's no hanging tonight. The horse, that's a good horse that beat him. And he raced absolutely fantastic. And then Sintra he didn't get to race again. So I know he's not the easiest horse to drive. I know James is trying to be conservative, but this is 3 times now. He never so much as even got a chance to move the horse in the open events. So it is frustrating, but that's racing. What are you going to do? Horse will be good again next week, hopefully. And that was that. You know, what are you going to say? Clearly, this is 2 weeks in a row he finished with the earplugs in his ears with nowhere to go. That's the way it is. What else? I didn't do a video this morning. I was actually very busy. I wanted to get up and get going. We had all the babies to break. 2 of them are just arriving today. George of the Jungle didn't arrive yet, and somehow Time Is On Your Side was on the last load. Sold on the first day. I think there was a little indecision of what was going on, where the horse was actually going to go, and I think that's what took place. And then obviously, looks like Money did not get here tonight, or getting here tonight. He might be here now. I think we have to do some rearranging with How the Hell being scratched the other day. We're going to have How the Hell to the vet and see if we can figure out how we can get him better. I think he's just a little rusty. It's frustrating because he goes to the gate sound and feels good, but you don't want to race a horse that's hurt. And I can't really blame the vet the other night. I saw him post parade. You know, he looked a little sore. He was fine after. Seemed fine all throughout the week. Bit of a head scratcher, but what are we going to do with? I'm going to take Red Overbach over to Ohio. I'm going to have Mike, our vet, look at the horse. A fresh set of eyes, literally fresh set of eyes on Red Overbach. He is off left front, always is, always has been, and now I think it's becoming to pose a problem where he's running down, and that loaded stress from, I think, being a little sore on his feet, being a little off left front, is causing a little bit of extra strain on his throat. Somebody said, why did he stop so badly last week? I can tell you why. So the thing with Archer's Rainbow, that little laxity on one side, that I guess partial paralyzation, I don't know how exactly to. There's a flashy, polished up, that word to use, but that's kind of what it is. He's had it forever. He's had it since the day we got him. And after I spoke to Anthony Hahn, I believe it was Anthony Hahn, it may not have been though, Jody, somebody associated with the horse before, he said, yeah, it's always been like that. That's why Jody was always very careful with the horse. He was a little hot the other day, was making a noise, and when there's not a lot of room for error in that area, you got to be careful. And I'm going to have him over to Mike. There is an operation you can do, but when I spoke to Mike the first time briefly about it and just showing him some still shots of it, he said, no, I would not operate. Now I'm going to have the horse right over in front of Mike. I want to get him looked at, see what he thinks of the left front. There doesn't appear to be much heat. When I see him go on the track, we talk about him being off or having a little hole in that left front. To me, it's constant. So I don't think it's his foot, because you would see him get better or worse, but it seems to be always the case. Check ligament, that comes to mind. Shoulder, that type of thing where it's always lingering, it's always there, but never completely diagnosed and fixed. I would say those would be the 2 front runners for me. One of the 2, if not both, would be his shoulder or his check ligament. Now the check ligament is right behind the knee, at the top of the tendon, where all those tendons connect into the knee. Right there is the check ligament area. So I want Mike, and no disrespect to our vets, just exactly what I said, a fresh set of eyes to look at this horse. Not to mention we have horses coming in. Red Overbach can race anywhere. Now, I don't think we'll race him at Northfield. He's a big horse. London was not too kind to him, although London's got flat turns. It doesn't matter. We will look at where he fits over here, where he fits at the Meadows, where he fits at Dayton, where he fits in Indiana if we want to, and quite frankly we could bring him back if we want to bring him back here too. But it's time to get moving with some of these horses, right? We're bringing in Looks Like Money, who's an onwards, a 3-horse. How the Hell was just scratched by the veterinarian. How do we address that? That's something I want to go over this week. LD's Patrick was flat last night. It looked to me like he got a little short step. Like when he went on the track, the hobbles looked tight, but if you look at him halfway down the backstretch, he just felt like he looked to me like he wasn't filling them out, and then down the lane he just looked soft. That was his race to win last night, and he lost. That's not him. So what's going on with him? It could be his feet. Could be his feet. If it is, we're going to have to tinker with his shoes. Now, we had different shoes on him last year. The ones he has on right now, aluminum's turned around backwards. Not kind to the feet, but mechanically we're very kind to his gait. So now do we switch things up, right? Do we say, okay, if his feet are hurting him, do we go to flip-flops and see if he can race with those on? That's a possibility. I do want to get those aluminums off and behind before they start tearing him up a little bit and getting sore. So there are going to be some changes. I don't think we'll race him next week. I have no interest in racing him when he's not good, and he's not good right now. Close. He trotted 55 the week I drove him, but was it honestly beaten 55? Let's get him back good. He's not good right now. So I got to tinker with him. We have a number of horses getting ready to qualify. Unbeatable Kemp, schooled great. Stay Close, schooled great the other day. They're ready to go pretty well. Stonebridge Academy, does he stay here? Does he go? I know that Stacy was saying they're very short at Dayton and very soft in the numbers of 2, 3, 4 trot. Do we make a move there? Because here it's just Flamborough. He's not good enough for the numbers of 2 here. Not at the present. Right now, not good enough. He can't trot in 56. He can't do the numbers 2. So that's another question. I can tell you one thing we do have to look into also. I did fail to mention one horse tonight. Wouldn't it be nice? And there's a lot of people out there saying, oh, she was okay. And, well, it's her first start. She may not get a second for us. 2, 2, and 4, well beaten, 10-1 or something, morning line. Listen, we're trying to build something strong here. And we will give all the horses an opportunity to prove their worth. Are you good enough to stay here? Are you the type of horse we're looking for? Do we have to give you time, or is there just not enough there? I have to think what I've seen in the schoolers, the qualifiers. We tried to get her tight, have her sharp. She's slick-gated, not finishing up her mile. She doesn't look like she really wants to participate. This horse had 1 lifetime start. And if you're already looking for the exit at 1 start, I can show you the way. So I think, wouldn't it be nice? I know there's a lot of people are going to message me saying, Anthony, it's 1 start. Okay. Give me a reason to give her 2. Give me one argument that she deserves a 2nd start with the stable. Right? Her schoolers were so-so. Her qualifiers were flat. The one at Mohawk did not look good. The one at Flamborough did not look good. Her race tonight did not look good. I just don't think she's going to cut it. And this is the time of year, guys, we put together an absolutely tremendous stable of yearlings for next year. Our 2-year-olds this year were incredible. Our racehorses that you've allowed us to buy. I just came home. Here I am pissing and moaning about Sintra not getting raced. This horse won the Gold Cup. He's racing in the Open. No free lunch. Just got beat a nose, literal nose in the backup class. To the point where James was heading to the winner's circle. Paul McDonnell was heading back to the paddock. They both thought James won the race. We got some great horses. We got to start making the right moves also. I'm not going to have them tripping over themselves. I've been saying this for months. Now's the time to start moving. Red Overbach is going to Northfield Monday to get looked at by the veterinarian, by Dr. Latessa. You guys saw that Matt's MVP is in to go at Northfield. I'm not waiting. Not waiting forever for these classes to fill. So Matt's MVP is on his way to Northfield Park. What else do we have? A couple of horses due to come back. Start coming back. We're going to bring them back to Ontario if there's room here. Now's the time we have to start looking at the chalkboard too and saying, okay, we have X amount of stalls at First Line. We have X amount of stalls at Northfield. Where's everybody going? And that's what we're doing right now. So I did what I said I would do. We didn't get all the Ontario breds we wanted, but you guys know why by now. But what we did get is about 16 or 17 horses that are going to train down here in Ontario. I just had said to my father, I said, we've never bought top pacers. We bought the most expensive down by the seaside in the Ohio Select sale. $127,000 for Captain Cowgirl's brother, Cowboy by the Sea. He looked great the other day. Obviously, we now have Time Is On My Side, Forever Boy's brother. It's a tremendous animal, tremendous looking animal. And then, by the way, Charleston just got picked off the Meadowlands tonight. Her 3/4 brother, Arson, is in the barn also. So 3 top pacers. Trotting side, obviously, we have Punch the Clock. We have the Father Patrick colt we just bought. We have a deep group, again, of trotters. And this is the first year ever at the stable we've had a deep group of pacers. So, a lot of the stuff we'll talk about tomorrow. I'm going to run through all the videos today. I didn't want to do them today. It was rainy, it was gloomy, it was terrible out. I didn't want to do them today. I'm going to do them tomorrow. I'm going to run through everything. All the babies, all the 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds. I'm going to give you real-time updates on all the horses, where I see them going, what I see them doing. But for now, we're almost home. It's 11 o'clock at night here on Saturday. Big Fred and I. No free lunch was fantastic. And yes, Cintra got locked in again. You know, that's what are you going to do? I'm not going to complain when James is super conservative with our horses, because he's done a lot of good for us this year. Wish we had at least 3 races back with this horse, but that can't be said without understanding where we got him, what he was meant for, and where he is right now. Very lucky to have Cintra in our barn. So with that, I'll let you guys go. I hope you had a great day. I can't imagine you did if you were in Ontario. It poured all day and was musty and snowing at the end of the evening. Just a terrible day. Hopefully a better day tomorrow, and another busy week ahead for me. So we'll talk to you all soon. Take care. Have a great Sunday.